John here, just finishing up a day's work in the beautiful town of Oaxaca. Our office for the day. If you're interested in remote working because you want to travel or you want to spend more time with the kids, stay at home with the family, you're a smart cookie, because working remotely is awesome. You get to, in some cases, choose when you get up, when you work, when you finish work, but in all cases pretty much you get to choose where you work, which is great fun. This short video series is to help you guys to find ways of earning an income from anywhere in the world, and it's going to cover 4 ways that Lindy and I have used over the past 3 years to earn money online. So I'm going to cover how you can remote work and keep your current job. I'm going to cover how you can find a new job that will let you remote work. I'm going to cover how you can start a business that will allow you to remote work. And I'm going to cover how you can use affiliate marketing to help you remote work. Today I'm going to cover one which we started using very recently, which we find really cool, which is Fiverr. This is awesome if you want to start your own service-based business or if you want to become a freelancer. In fact, we just used it to pay a month's rent with 3 hours work, so I'm actually loving this tool right now, and I'm going to show you how we did that. So let's get stuck in. So this is actually pretty good timing, so we actually just started using this the other day. Put an ad on there. The next day we came in and looked, and we had something like 5 messages. I'm actually logged in as Lindy here because she's better looking than me. So anyway, this is our first order here. We just got a message about that, so this guy's now paid us to do a bit of work for him through here. I mean, it was so easy to set this up. It took about 20 minutes, something like that. We had an ad up and running and leads coming in free the next day. So these guys make their money by taking 20% of your order, which sounds pretty hefty, but when you think about the fact that they're doing all the advertising for you, you don't have to pay anything up front to get your leads. This is a really cool place to start, especially if you're completely new to business. You can just chuck something on here. It could be anything, you know, accounting, could be graphic design, could be admin, virtual assistant, literally anything. You got like travel consultants and things on here. There's pretty much anything you can think of. I know it also sounds like you probably don't get paid very much, being as it's called Fiverr, but how this works is you set up kind of a 3-tiered gig, it's called. So let me just show you how that looks. Selling gigs. So you can see here, this gig here has had 326 impressions, 38 clicks, 44 views, and we've just had 1 order. We got a whole bunch of messages. All these guys messaged us within a couple of days of putting this thing up, which is awesome. So you create a gig and you can set it up as run your Facebook ads. Then you just select category, digital marketing, subcategory, web traffic, search tags. So this is important. This is how people are going to find your gig. So you got 5 items to choose from there. So you're going to go Facebook ads, web marketing. I won't bother filling this whole thing in. You get the idea. But yeah, you just add your tags there. So you can continue, and then you get to add 3 different packages, right? So you want to entice people in with a basic package, which will be really cheap. So that might be like a write your subject line for your Facebook ads, $5 subject line. Here you can have $160. I'll write the whole ad and create graphics, something like that. And then your premium one might be I will set everything up and run the campaign for a month for $665, something like that. Build and run full campaign. Then you also have to pick your delivery time, so be careful with this, because once you've received payment, as you'll see later, you're actually held to this time. It's actually like a countdown timer thing. Make sure you're realistic with the amount of time you're putting on there and giving yourself. So yeah, they'll come in the door because they'll see that the $5 price, and then they'll likely actually go for one of the other 2 options that you've got here. And you can also use it, you know, it's a conversation starter. Once they come in and they say, hey, we need somebody to write our Facebook subject line, you can be like, hey, so okay, cool, who's doing your graphics for you, or who's managing your website? And you can get into other avenues of work by doing that. So don't worry too much about the fact that it's called Fiverr. You can still make really good money on here. And of course, you've got to put a description in here. And I won't bother filling this in whilst you're watching this, but you can just see here they've got a little example that pops up there in Fiverr. So just follow that kind of example. So that's it. It's pretty much that simple to set up. And you save and continue. You can add extras down here. So you might want to charge an extra $15 for 1,000 visitors, something, whatever. You can add gig extras and call them whatever you want. It's pretty flexible. And you get to create 7 gigs for free, which is, in my opinion, really cool. It's a really nice way to kind of get started in business. So I'm just going to flick over to my account for the next section. So this is an ad I'm actually building here, and I just wanted to show you guys this tool. So once you've done your pricing, you come to this section, description and FAQ. So this is where you're going to put your sales copy, which is where I want to show you this really cool tool that I use. And then funnel scripts. So this is such a cool little tool. You basically click on what it is you want it to create and then fill in the blanks. So I want some bullet points giving the benefits of my offer. This is a feature benefit, meaning bullet script. So you just fill in the blanks here and it basically spits out sales copy for you. So I've already actually filled this in. So I'm going to load the file here. This is all stuff that I just filled in earlier and then I saved it. I'm going to run this now. Scroll down here, press build. Boom, spits out sales copy for you, just like that. So this particular script is for bullet points, but this thing is super cool. It does like email sequences, Facebook ads, video scripts, sales letters, landing pages. It does everything. It's super cool. I use it for pretty much everything, and it works really well in terms of converting. So I'll make sure I put the link to this in the comments if you guys want to check it out. I'm going to just copy that and stick it into here. That's my description. Or you can add an FAQ here if you want as well. And save and continue. So this is where you define what it is that you need from them. So if you're setting up Facebook ads, for example, you're going to want to say, I need your business or fan page address. And then you can do that as a text, and you can set it for mandatory or non-mandatory. You'd need a few more things to set up Facebook ads, but just for the purposes of showing you guys, I'll skip on to the next section. And this is pretty straightforward. It's just an image that gets displayed with the ad, or a video if you want to include one. You need at least an image. So it just takes you to the next page, and then you can publish it. Simple as that. So let's just have a look at what the results look like. Someone might come in here and search for travel consultant. People, you can see the reviews they got, and I want to also mention that we managed to get all of those messages and that order without having any reviews yet. So there's no little star on our name. We look like this guy. So I imagine once we start getting some orders and some good feedback on here, then a lot of business will start to come through this, which is really cool. Yeah, so this is what the guys can see on the other end. They can place the order with you here by pressing that. Usually they'll contact you first and you'll have a little chat. So what does this look like when we get an order? So if we go into this message here, and that's the order, that message is about the order, this is what the order looks like. So we've been paid $250, but we have to complete the order within 1 day and 15 hours because that's the duration that we advertised on the ad. So I mean, I think this is probably like 3 or 4 hours work, which gives you a good idea of the kind of money you can earn on here quite easily. This covers pretty much our entire month's rent. In fact, it does cover our entire month's rent here in Mexico, which is awesome. So yeah, love this thing. Totally recommend it. So you're probably wondering what it is that we're selling to make that kind of money in a few hours, and whether it's something you could do or what kind of skills you have that you could use to make that kind of money with Fiverr. So what I'll point out is that the demand in services is changing all the time. Like, it changes really rapidly. So my advice to you would be to get on the mighty Google and go and Google what services pay best on Fiverr. And I just had a look at this one a minute ago and it cracked me up. I don't advise that you do this because I find it really immoral and shitty, but this is just to point out that anyone can make good money on there. The #1 best-selling service is video testimonials. So this will be brands paying people to say how great their products are, which is absolutely fucked. But just, you know, what have we got here? We've got 2 voiceover artists. You know, I got a good voice, great, easy. You're gonna get decent money on Fiverr. So, but I mean, there's like a million things you can do. Just get out there, Google, get some ideas, and enjoy it. And if I can help you with it in any way, just give me a shout. I'll be more than happy to bang a question or whatever in the comments. So I'll make sure the link to Fiverr and funnel scripts is down in the comments, and I'll also put a link to our blog down there, which will pull these 4 suggestions together for you. And I'll have the next video up as soon as possible. If you like and subscribe, then you'll get a notification when that next video comes up. Also, if you have any questions, then please bang them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you've got any other points around Fiverr, any tips and tricks on how to use it, anything like that, then please share it in the comments. Cheers.